Alright, world of YouTube, Archie here. I have here in front of me newspaper article. I want to put the date up, March 16th, 2017. I am blown away of this article coming out. Blown away. Triple murder. This guy has a shot of freedom. 3 weeks ago, I threw up a video on this person, which I don't really want to say no names in my video of this. And like I say, due to the fact that I had literally shooken the hand of a relative of this person. And I literally met 3 people. Involvement with this person. Relatives, mind you. And to find this out 3 weeks ago from a TV show. It's about, I wonder why they put the TV show up, which I think it was aired in 2016, but due to this person here having this trial coming up pretty damn soon, mind you, to be released because some dumb lawmaker, some stupid idiot. Where is it? The SJC decision came in wake of a 2012 U.S. Supreme Court ruling the sentencing under age 18 to life without parole violate the English Amendments prohibition against cruel and unusual punishments. And it goes on to say that they removed and banned a sentence with no parole for any juvenile. Which this kid was 17 years old at the time of this murder. So, thanks to whatever this SJ Justice, whatever the SJC is, to ban young kids to spend life in prison without parole. How ignorant, how stupid can these people be? In my eyes, people who literally kill unless proven innocent. If they have been acquitted without a reasonable doubt, with all the evidence there, where this kid's evidence showed he killed a woman in her house, and she was a nursery school teacher at that. Put a pillow over her face to muzzle the gunshots. 2 children, 9 and 7, separately drowned by his hands in separate bathtubs. And not only if that was the worst, the school teacher was 3 to 4 months pregnant. So I don't know why they call it a triple murder. It should be called a 4-person murder. And the articles I read, which I don't even think they even say in here, the articles I read, and I believe they're the original, and I took screenshot photos. I even have an address. And tomorrow, I'm going to be taking a trip down to memory lane to show everyone where this little bastard lived. which is so-called, disturbed child, which who knows what lied beyond the family members in his household. I tried looking up today to see if his father had any involvement with this, to either be by his side, to either be, there for his time of need, or to say anything about, I didn't know nothing about this, and I found nothing. So wherever the biological father is beyond me. All I know is this kid, where a lot of killers begin, mind you. I'll tell you right now. And I've read a lot of stuff on serial killers due to the fact to see what clicks in their minds. Which, he wouldn't be a serial killer, but I'm sure he studied this. He knew what he was doing. But they say his young, undeveloped mind at the time led him forth. So now he resides in Bridgewater Asylum, waiting to get this case turned over. Because he was a young trapped mind that didn't know better. Undeveloped brain. A lot of killers use insanity to get out, to get less time, which is pretty sick and demented is right. But where he is getting treatment at Center in Bridgewater, we'll see how he comes out in the end. But anyways, pornography was the number one key in this murder. There's a lot of serial killers, if you read up, always, and I mean always, you will guarantee see the word pornography, which to me is, yes, I'll admit, and I won't lie, when I was a teenager, it's like any other kid, I experimented with nude photos, Hustler magazines, Playboys. Hell, I used to have a whole friggin' collection of books cut up and put all over my wall of naked women. People would come over, friends would come over, we'd watch porn, whatever. Young kids do young dumb things, and that's one of them, watch porn. And literally, in my beliefs, I don't know about my friends. I know a lot of them that did come around and we hung out. Nothing has ever come to a brutal thing like this. But if I could speak for all of them, I know I, personally, as being an older age, started to realize that porn turned my stomach. Pornography turned my stomach, so I literally fell away from it. Literally. But I know and heard of a lot of people that still look at it while they're in relationships, while they go to pornography stores or porn stores and get their movies. You watch a bunch of couples go in and come out. Hell, I've even seen a friggin' 80-year-old man walk into a porn store dropping some movies off in a drop box. If that tells you anything. Me does nothing. I literally gave up on that, due to the fact that it turned my stomach. And not only did it turn your stomach, in ways, but if you're a normal person, you'll know that it will twist your mind. Brutally twist your mind. And in this boy's house, this little boy, 17-year-old, I'm never gonna call him a man. This little boy's house, pornography was sprawled out all over the floor, even in the relatives' rooms, as I should say. So you can just imagine what an upbringing this little man had. So yeah, in ways, sometimes you gotta point your finger at the parents. Other times, they don't know what goes on. And defend themselves. But in this case, the person was asked, do you believe this person is innocent? Do you believe he is innocent of all these charges? And that person said, yes, I believe he's innocent. So that only goes to tell you how sick and demented and warped mind that this parent or relative, yet not. The statement said in an old interview that, in one of the old interviews I read, I believed I read something about the parent, or the relative, well, I will say parents. Parents didn't care for this child. Left him alone to deal with his loneliness, to deal with his inner demons that were building up, obviously, because he had to find out on his own what life was about. And that's what I get out of this story. Is that this kid was left alone to defend for himself. It only goes to show how much of a piece of shit the parents were. And obviously the father, which I looked up, like I said, was never mentioned in anything that I've read so far. Still trying to find out about him. I don't know if I will. Who knows if he was even alive at this time. But whatever it may be, there was someone that was a step related to him. So of course, interactions with outer people from the family seem to tend to not make connections go well. So in ways you can say this child here had some issues with the upbringing of his mother, so-called. Put him through. But in case, it doesn't matter how much shit you dealt with, because me personally, I've dealt with all types of people interacting with my life. Excuse me, that was not family members. I myself had step people involved, try and replace the other significant other. You don't see me becoming a serial or even a murderer because I have a troubled life. I have a troubled life. I have dealt with it my best I can. Like I said in the video, my bad past is caught up with me too, but at least I can say I did not kill somebody. Almost did, but it wasn't for the innocent. My case was total self-defense, and I have that up on video. And then it's called My Bad Past It's Caught Up With Me or something like that. But like I say, the innocent, not self-defense, should never be treated in the form that these people did. And for this now to be taken to the next level and take these young murderers and soon maybe, let's give him some freedom. Maybe his mind is matured. Being in a secured room with roommates, with other killers, or if he was in, say, top security, where he'd have no roommate. Who knows how this guy lived? But I know one thing. Another secret behind this little person's identity, and has led him to Bridgewater in my eyes right now, looking at this right here, Bridgewater. He's into witchcraft and magic casting spells. So, it's called Macca or Macca, Macca, or some insane cult type thing that he does. God damn it, excuse me. That he does and tried to sue the jail system for, practicing his religion, which is fucking witchcraft. Pretty much all in all, you want to put it fucking narrow it down to one word: witchcraft. Or 2 words, whatever it is. Witchcraft. Like voodoo. You said curses, you said spells. You study all this, and it's sick in the mental, and that's probably why, and I know why that's why I ended up at Bridgewater. I'm gonna try and sue the prison, Norfolk prison, because they wouldn't give him his proper things to do his religion. Get a life, dude. Sick, demented. Now whether or not if it was his siblings that have led him to this. Well, it's only hearsay, and see that if he does get freedom, well, let's see if he don't do another horror show while being in the public eye, while being back into the supposedly humble society that we try and make out here. Which, excuse me, God damn it, which the judge who did this case said, out of the 31 cases that he did do, this was the most heinous act, brutal murder he's ever done. This guy, and sat on the bench for, as a judge. This was the worst. Because, of course, anybody that involves children or a pregnant woman, there's something very... Just to go rob a house. And that's what he was doing. Gonna go rob a house. Their house. 3 people. Husband died in 2014. Rest in peace. May his soul rest in peace. Hopefully he's not living an eternal nightmare being dead now. Because he's the one that found all 3 people in that house. He found his wife on the bed shot, and he didn't go through the house. He walked directly out, called police because he did not want to find out what had happened in the rest of the house. And like I said in my last video, the guy went to 2 court appearances. He didn't speak to no one, no news reporters. He just heard the verdict, and that was it. And obviously he went off on his heartbroken way and tried to deal with it the best he can. I'm about to wonder if he died of a broken heart because of the brutal sight that he had taken in that day. So, more to come. Everybody can keep an eye out on this case, because it is going to be a very good one to watch, because, hey, Casey Anthony got off on it. O.J. Simpson got off on murder. Who else? Should I go on with the list? A lot of people that got off on murder, walking the streets. Why not let another one out? Let them on out. Enjoy life. Come back out to society, my friend. How insane and sick does that sound? How insane and sick is it gonna be to see this man walking the street? Just like Casey Anthony, that sick bitch, did an interview last week saying that, oh, she sleeps good, huh? Knowing that a little girl ended up dead and still blaming her father and parents. And I give all salutes to her parents for disregarding her from the family and putting her on the back burner to burn in hell when she dies. It's like this one. Just think, the person who raised this one is going to be happy and joyful if he walks out back to society, because that person also said he is innocent. So let's see what becomes of this story. This man walks out of, he might be in Bridgewater, but he might be back at Norfolk jail. So let's see how the outcome comes of this. All I know is I met some relatives, and I can tell you from my experience, they are not sane. That's all I can say. Other than that, YouTube Nation, be safe. Take care. Beware. Because this man could be walking by you in a mall, on the street. Once again, freedom to a convicted killer. Till that next video, YouTube Nation, I will keep updates on this. Out.